exploring the enigmatic world of secretive sex and veiled women, often depicted in films and stories, reveals a reality shrouded in mystery. Behind the closed doors of monasteries, nuns lead lives filled with secrets. But why are these lives so hidden from the rest of the world? Who are these women, and what do they seek? In the 3rd century A.D., a group of Christians known as the Desert Fathers began to emerge, isolating themselves from the world. They lived in remote mountains, enduring harsh conditions, wearing minimal clothing in freezing temperatures, and abstaining from shelter during extreme heat. They subjected their bodies to hunger and sleeplessness, all in the name of faith. Some even took vows to avoid bathing for months or years. They established structures similar to Islamic dervish lodges. For instance, Turkey's Sumala Monastery and Greece's Meteora monasteries were built in inaccessible mountain regions for the same purpose. Devout Christians seeking to sever all ties with the world settled in these places, becoming monks, or as we'll discuss, nuns. Nuns are required to remain virgins, cannot use makeup, and are prohibited from leaving the monastery. So, how does one become a nun? First, they must be of legal age, over 18, and in complete physical and mental health. If these conditions are met, a candidacy period of approximately 6 years begins. In certain periods of medieval Europe, by papal decree, if a girl was over 15 and unmarried, she could be forcibly placed into a monastery, a terrifying thought. However, current laws prevent this, requiring legal age and voluntary consent. Candidates are expected to shed their individuality, as they will live communally with other nuns. They must possess qualities such as apology, forgiveness, respect for others, responsibility, and cooperation. Additionally, they should have mature intelligence and understanding, with a balanced ability to think and decide, free from dominant imagination. Since many women live together in the monastery, there must be no cliques or conflicts, achievable only with patient individuals open to apologizing and free from pride. If a candidate successfully completes the years-long training, they receive the title of novice nun. Upon the approval of the abbess and council taking a triple vow, I stand before God and the Holy Church, freely here to join the community. I vow obedience, chastity, and poverty. From this moment, I will own no personal property, will preserve my chastity until the end of my life, and will obey the Holy Church. I promise to serve God and my sisters. May God help me. Except in special circumstances, nuns must remain virgins, as they are considered married to God. Marriage to God, this is a common metaphor in Christianity. According to belief, the underlying meaning is as follows. In the Bible, the church is described as the bride of Jesus. As part of the church, nuns are reflections of this bride. Just as spouses in earthly marriages vow to remain faithful to each other, nuns similarly vow to dedicate their entire lives to God and remain faithful to Him. Of course, the essence of this dates back 5,000 years to the Sumerians. Sumerian temple women were considered married to the god and did not bear children, as any child they bore would be regarded as the god's child. Thus, the holy marriage metaphor is a modern reflection of this understanding. Nuns cannot own property. Therefore, before becoming a nun, they must distribute all their possessions, donating them to the monastery. Having left everything behind, they can own nothing. Their only belongings are the given nun's attire. This attire is sacred and cannot be given to others, has no spare, cannot be discarded, and cannot be torn. The garments are uniform. According to belief, those who wear the attire properly and completely will be aided by the Virgin Mary on the first Saturday after their death, if they are in purgatory. This is known as the Saturday privilege, highlighting the importance of the attire. What about the daily lives of nuns? In this section, brace yourself for a somber journey. Living communally, they must maintain a certain order, and daily tasks need to be managed. Therefore, everything they do is systematically determined. Firstly, to sustain life, there is a duty schedule based on division of labor. In this division, assigned according to profession or talent, some women engage in farming, tending gardens, growing vegetables and fruits. Some are responsible for dishwashing and cooking, others for the choir, cleaning, or carpentry. All tasks are performed by the nuns. Everything in the monastery must be orderly and within the rules. Even meals are attended in groups, accompanied by prayers. In the dining hall, everyone's place is designated, and after the meal prayer, silence begins. No one speaks while eating. An ultimate deathly silence envelops the place. Meals are prepared sufficiently to satiate, and no one